Hello, this is Ricardo, and as part of my retro gaming series, I thought I'd have a look at IKARI Warriors, which is one of the discs I found at my attic with my Atari ST. Funnily enough, it still works. Now, IKARI Warriors is a top-down, vertically scrolling, run, gun and shoot 'em up arcade type game, and was first released by SNK, although it was published on the Atari ST by Elite Software, costing at the time, I believe, around about £20 or $19.99. So you play two characters in IKARI Warriors. These are Colonel Ralf and Second Lieutenant Clark. Yes. So anyway, the guy with the blue headband and the guy with the red headband. Anyway, it very sort of aptly mimics, and you can tell it's been influenced by the Rambo First Blood and Rambo First Blood Part 2 games. So, as the player, you begin as one of two commando-type warriors, as we mentioned, Ralf or Clark. Ralf's in red, Clark's in blue. And you start at the bottom of the screen after your plane crashes. So, your plane crashes, you land in the jungle, and away you go. And you scroll upwards. Okay, so it's a scrolling upwards type of game towards the village of IKARI. Okay, so trying to prevent you from getting to your goal of the village of IKARI, all the soldiers, tanks, and whatever else, and gun emplacements. So as you can see, here we are, we're playing with old Ralf with a red headband, very Rambo-esque. We've got some gun emplacements. We've thrown a grenade. Grenades are thrown by holding down the fire button on your joystick. I'm using the Kempston Competition Pro. And you can see I'm letting it have it with what looks like ping pong balls, but was bullets at the time. The height of graphics. Ping pong ball death at these people. Okay, so we're making short work of these. Quite a hard game as well. And when you consider the you can get shot, and you think, well, hang on, that hasn't shot. That's nowhere near me. And you got to think of how games were back in the day and how precise games are now in comparison to that. So we found a tank as well. I mean, you're allowed to drive these tanks around and then unleash your unholy death with different types of bullets depending on the pickups that you select at your enemies. So you can commandeer these tanks and they help you fight along the way and fight through these enemy personnel. And the tanks are immune to enemy bullets, okay, but have a limited supply of fuel and will sustain damage. So when it runs out of fuel, it blows up. And if you're caught in that explosion, you will die. So it's press the button, get out of that tank, and continue along your merry way. So as you can see, there's some power-ups there and some soldiers with rocket launchers. And those other soldiers hiding behind the rocks. So it's a bit of a mass load of people, and they will throw a grenade at them. I've been shot, no surprise there. And away we go. So you get a little bit of invulnerability when you do get shot. And I found the easiest way to play this is by shooting on the diagonal, or going up alongside them and shooting them horizontally, as opposed to facing them head on. That way you won't sort of suffer a ping pong ball induced death. So as you progress now, we're going to come up on another little rock or gun emplacement that needs to be destroyed. Grenade will do that, no problem at all. And we get more power-ups as well. Grenades and a superpower. So, which is even more bullets. And you can see mines flash up as well if you stray too close to them. But there's a tank, and we're going to go in there in a minute, but we're going to try and shoot this tank. This enemy tank in green, and we're going to try that with grenades. So using loads of this gaming timing, takes a couple of goes, mind. We're going to try and shoot that tank, and he's gone. That allows us to get in our tank and plough on through the enemy. And there's a gun emplacement, we're going to shoot that, and all these soldiers as well. So as we're in our tank now, we're going to carry on shooting those soldiers and shoot that gun emplacement. Look at those power-ups, and we need the power-ups. Very important to refuel your ammunition. You can run out of ammunition, even just walking around in a tank or driving around in a tank. And gas, you need gas. Once you have run out of gas, your tank will explode. So we're going to cross those bridges now and carry on across over to the next one. Now you can run the soldiers over. Your tank is impervious to this, like it's also impervious to bullets, as I mentioned earlier on. So here's some guys with rocket launchers, and we've got to try and get up there without being hit. We just took one there, so we've got to get out pretty quick. And it's going to blow up, and we just got caught by it. And you can see what I mean by how damage, whether it being close to you or whether you think it's too far away, can affect you. So, using a few grenades and some bullets, we're on to the next level and into our next tank on a bridge. And you've got to be a bit careful, there's a mine on this bridge as well. But it does give you the opportunity to shoot some more soldiers. And some more soldiers. And this lovely truck. So more power-ups there we can pick up. Shoot these soldiers with our primary weapon. I'm sure there's an angle you can pick to make shooting those even easier. Now this is quite tricky. Okay, so some grenades. When you get closer, you can see there's people on the walls. So we'll destroy the gates and then start destroying the people on the walls so we can get through. Okay. Oh, I bought it again. So we've got a little bit of invulnerability. Hopefully that'll get us past it. And don't think it'll last much further than this now. Into the tank. And away we go. So more troops in our way. And we've still got our tank. Pick up those power-ups and the gas. So much easier in a tank as opposed to on foot. Now a few mines by here. But an enjoyable game nonetheless, and I think it stood up okay. Nowhere near as graphically proficient as the games these days, and that goes without saying. But what you expect? This was maybe 30 years ago. And that's it. Game over. And I actually get a high score. Not a particularly good high score, probably I'd grant you. But a high score nonetheless. And with that, I'll be quiet now, and I'll let you watch the demo section of the game.